mi gente, it's Suzette from Anewyoricanthing Kitchen. Today we're going to be making bacalao con berenjena, which is codfish with eggplant. What are you going to need? This is exciting. It's a great comfort meal. It's quick and easy. It's not too complicated. So what are you going to need? We're going to need an eggplant, roasted. I'm using red because I just want to be fancy today and do some color, but you can use green. I'm using my homemade adobo plus sazon. So if you don't have that, you can do adobo to your taste and sazon 1 packet. You're gonna need 2 bay leaves, of course some abuela sofrito. I have the recipe on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, please make your own. And we're going to use 4 ounces of tomato sauce, an onion sliced thinly, and I'm using a pound of bacalao. Now, if you cannot find salted bacalao, you can use a fish called pollock, which is a milder flavor, but you get the same effect, so no worries. I already started soaking my bacalao. I keep it in water overnight, but I change the water at least 3 times and then put fresh water before I start boiling it. So the first thing I want to do is I want to start boiling this, and then we can move on to roast these 2 items. I do not have the luxury of a gas stove. So we're gonna go outside to my grill and we are going to put this on the grill and we're gonna roast this. If you don't have either of those things, can you put it on the stove and still do this recipe? Absolutely, I've done it. But we're gonna put it on the grill. We're gonna be fancy today. So first things first, I'm gonna start boiling my bacalao so we can get this party started. We're going to cook this until your bacalao is soft. Now pollock is softer, so it's not gonna take too long to even get this going. So once it starts boiling, I'm gonna say probably 10 minutes. You don't wanna overcook it because then it really falls apart. So whenever you feel it's soft, you're good because you've been soaking this, so to get all the salt out. I've already put clean water and I'm just gonna let that come to a boil. And I'm gonna say probably 10 minutes. Okay guys, so I have my eggplant. I didn't do anything. I'm just gonna put it directly onto my barbecue. You just wanna let that roast, so it's gonna brown. Okay, so slice your onion fairly thin because this is gonna go into your bacalao. So I can't stay in here too long cutting up an onion because I need to check on my eggplant. As I told you, you need to, keep a close watch on it because you don't want it to burn. Okay guys, look at this. It is roasted. So what do you want to do? You want to stick this. I use a Ziploc bag because you want it to sweat so you're able to peel the skin off. So I'm going to stick it in here and I'm going to let this sweat and we're going to move on to the next step. Guys, so my bacalao is ready. Okay, cooked for about 10 minutes. My eggplant and pepper is ready. So let's start assembling this deliciousness. So what I'm going to do is use 4 ounces of tomato sauce. Put that in my frying pan. I'm going to put my sofrito because we want to cook that. So we got this, I have a little spoon. So that's a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of sofrito because, hello. Can you really limit sofrito with Puerto Rican? Okay, so we're gonna let that saute and cook down. Okay, so this is simmering. And we got our sofrito in there. Now we're gonna add our bacalao. And I'm just gonna break it up a little bit. Okay. Nice chunky pieces. It's gonna fall apart the more you cook it as well. So no need to make it too broken apart because it is going to happen. So I'm gonna add that. It smells so good, guys. I can't wait to have this tonight for dinner. And don't forget, you should be making your white rice on the side because this is gonna be amazing. Then we're going to add our onions. So I got my onions in here with my bacalao. I'm gonna put my 2 bay leaves in here. Now some water will be released with the onion, which is great. But I do like to add a little bit more water. I'm gonna start off with this amount of water, but if you find that it's too dry, you're just going to add more water. So we're going to start with that and see how that goes. This is going to cook. I'm going to cover it and then we're going to let the onions get soft. While that's cooking down, I want to work on my fire roasted stuff. So I have gloves on because it is a little hot. So you just want to kind of peel a little bit of that dark stuff. Okay. We want to cut off the head. Oh boy, it smells delicious. So what you want to do is clean out all the seeds. I don't take it all off because I like the fire roasted taste of it. So in this case, you're just going to slice it. Now, if you don't feel like going through the trouble of fire roasting peppers, they do sell fire roasted in the grocery store that you can certainly buy. But if you're fire roasting the eggplant, I feel like you might as well throw pepper on. So you can leave it in long strips, which is what I'm gonna do. You can cut it in half, whatever makes you happy. Is I say that's what you do. Then we're gonna move on to the eggplant. Let's see how our onions are doing. Look at this deliciousness. It's releasing water, which is good, but that's what I want. Okay, I'm gonna add my fire roasted red pepper. I'm gonna let that continue to cook and we're gonna move on to our eggplant. So same thing here, we're gonna take off the head and you're gonna peel the eggplant skin, which is why you want to put it in the plastic bag. It makes it easier to peel. We're just gonna peel the skin off. See how easy that is? Wonderful. On this instance, you want to peel the skin, but you're still getting that flavor of the fire roasting it. Now the eggplant, I recommend you put the eggplant in last. After everything is cooked, your onions, basically what you're waiting for is your onions to get soft because bacalao is cooked. Your peppers are cooked, so the eggplant is going to go last because if not, it will disintegrate if you cook it too long. What you want to do, the head is always a little firmer, so keep it chunky so you can find that in your bacalao. Don't cut it too fine because it will disintegrate because this is already cooked. So basically you want to throw it into your bacalao and not do anything else. You're not gonna really cook this in there, it's already cooked. So I like to leave it chunky because I like to find it. Sometimes it disintegrates, no bueno. So we're gonna throw that in when our onions are completely ready because it will disintegrate. Let's check out the onion situation. Oh yeah, baby. Onions are getting soft. So I'm gonna say 5 more minutes on the onions, then I'm gonna throw in the eggplant and you're done. See, the onions are still a little hard. Now, if you like your onions a little crunchy, definitely do that. I like mine a little bit softer. So I'm just gonna cook that for a couple more minutes and then we're ready to add the eggplant. Adding the delicious eggplant. And we're gonna have nice chunky pieces. See how that looks? Amazing. We're gonna have nice chunky pieces in here because we're not throwing it in there too quickly. That is the key to this because you want to find that eggplant. I mean, it's delicious. So I would say another 2 minutes and you're done. So I'm going to turn mine off only because I do have an electric stove. So my stove is still cooking. If you have a gas stove, cook it for another 2 to 3 minutes and you should be done. Now in the meantime, your rice should be done. I hope you started your rice as well because this goes amazing with white rice. If you don't know how to make white rice, I do have it on my YouTube channel, so check that out and make your white rice as well. But this is dinner and don't forget to make those tostones with it too because that's amazing. Okay guys, here is the finished product and this is gonna be delicious and we have my husband as the taste tester today. So let's see his reaction. Delish. Okay, we got 2 thumbs up.
Delicious.
Okay guys, thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.